Good morning, everyone. Thanks for being here despite the inclement weather and treacherous roads. I don't know if any of you actually commute or drive out here. You do? Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's not exactly the best out there. In fact, I've heard that somebody told me that Pender School's closed today. And I wonder if that's, because they were out of they didn't have electricity or something like that. That's what I was told anyway, but I don't know for sure. Anyways, we're here. So this week we have 2 more what I call regular classes. And then next week we're going to do, is just going to really completely be all about what I call the practice exam. I give you kind of like an exam that we do together in class, and it's going to be very similar to the final exam, and I take a couple days, a couple class periods to get through it. So next week is all practice exam. So today and Thursday are just the last of the, I guess, normal or usual classes for this course this semester. I should also remind you that, I don't know if you've received any information or an email, but do you get any information about your classes to evaluate the course? I don't know if you started getting that. That's supposed to come out yesterday. You can do that all electronically, do it all online, I guess, whenever you have the time to do it before the end of the semester. But you should be getting information about that, so do that at your convenience. So first of all, I'm going to start by returning some graded homework here, and then we're going to take a look at the intervals that you had for today. I believe you had page 16, which was all intervals, since we've made it finally to the last of them, including the octave. What I have decided to do today is this. In place of collecting intervals page 16, I have, later on today, I have a short 10 question interval type quiz in class here. Okay? And I don't know if I ever given an in-class quiz in this class this semester. Or has that been just in theory? I don't even remember. Well, at any rate, the intervals quiz that you'll be getting later on in class here is actually in your best interest because it is multiple choice. Multiple choice. And I've collected several of these, interval pages where you have to do 1 through 25. And sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not so good. So again, I don't know what kind of results I would get if I would collect this page, but I thought, you know what, let's do an intervals quiz just for practice for the final exam, kind of get us thinking that way. But it's going to be multiple choice, so it's actually, I think, to your benefit. So, we'll do that after we finish some sightseeing. But before I do that, can I show you the answers to the intervals on page 16 so you can check to see how you're doing with all of the variety of intervals we have now. So, I guess you could probably see the first 15 here on the screen, and let me turn the other TV on also. That helps. Yeah, there it is. see that very well from where you are. I'll just try to quickly read them off. Number 1, perfect octave. 2, minor third. 3, minor sixth. 4, perfect fourth. 5, major seventh. 6, tritone. 7, minor sixth. 8, minor seventh. 9, minor second. 10, major sixth. 11, minor second. 12, major third. 13, perfect fifth. 14, perfect fourth. And 15, major seventh. Going on to the last 10, that is number 16 through 25. Number 16 is in major third, 17 major sixth, 18 perfect fifth, 19 major seventh, 20 perfect octave, 21 major sixth, 22 minor second, 23 minor sixth, 24 major second, and 25 major third. Now again, out of 25, I don't know how you did. I don't know if you missed like 2 intervals or if you missed over 10 intervals. But we'll soon find out, I guess, with the in-class quiz. Does anyone have any questions, comments, or would anyone like to hear any of these again? Yes.
The number 12.
Number 12. Number 12 sounds like this. When you listen to these through the computer, do they play the notes separate or just together?
Sometimes they play them together, sometimes they play them separate, but never both.
It's never both. Interesting. So yeah, there's your major third. Do, mi, that's the way I do it. Do, re, mi. Any others that you'd like to hear? Yeah?
24.
24. All right, that's a major second. And again, if I separate them, I can hear do, re. If you hear the first 2 notes of any scale, that would be a major second or a whole step. Do to re. Others. Number 4. Okay. Okay, any others while I'm here? All right, can we switch gears to our sightseeing books, please? And then we'll come back to do some ear training at the end of the class. But in your sightseeing books, if you could open up to page 33. Page 33. What we will do is we will warm up our voices by singing together melody 325. 325. And this tune is in the key of A flat major. So we'll sing the scale as usual, arpeggiate the tonic chord or the 1 chord, and then sing through 325. Okay, A flat major is the key. Let's do the scale first. Do, re, is a conducting example because it's an odd number, and it starts on a sol, a very low one. It looks to me like that's the lowest note by far. So I might just try to sing this melody kind of low and eke out that first note, because we don't get anywhere near that after the first pitch. So, sol, sol, do, whichever octave you want to try. It starts on beat 4. Let's all conduct this together. 1, 2, 3. Sol, do, ti, do, re, do, re, mi, sol, fa, mi, re, do, re, mi, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, mi, fa, sol, la, sol, sol, do, mi, re, do, re, mi, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Okay, there we go. Now, according to my notes, I think everyone that is here has sung already for their last melodic sightseeing quiz. So I don't have the bag with me today. I'm not needing to pull out any names. We won't take the time to go through that today. But what I do want to do is I do want to take a look at one melody that's assigned for next class. And just let me double check here. In fact, there's only one more batch of melodies that I want you to learn and practice. Those are for Thursday. So probably, well, yeah, if not Thursday, then certainly by next Tuesday, I will be giving you the prepared melodies and rhythms that you will need to work on for the final exam. Okay? But we have one more batch of melodies to learn out of this unit, and those are found on page 34. So if you could turn to page 34, you have 328 through 331. And we're not going to go past 331 this semester. We'll probably pick it up on page 35 in Aural Skills 2 next semester. By the way, I don't remember if I reminded you or not, or if I did another class, but registration is this week, right? Registration for spring classes. Some of you may have already been able to register yesterday. Some of you might not be able to register until tomorrow or Thursday, but don't forget about doing that. So, okay, where are we? Page 34. I'd like to look at the very last one on that page, melody 331. We're going to sing it as written after we get a scale and a key and everything. And then, even though it's not notated this way, this one can be sung as a two-part round or a two-part canon. So we'll do it that way, and I'll explain how that works when we get there. But first, let's just sight read through this and sing it as written. Looks like we're in the key of E flat major. So let me get that on the piano, and we'll sing the scale. Okay, let's do the scale first. I guess I'll sing my scale pretty high. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do, do, mi, sol, la, sol, mi, do. All right, we may sing this a couple times through just to get it under our belt. Looks like we start on what syllable? Anyone? Me, that's right. And is this conducting or hand signing? Anyone?
Hands. Or which one number is it?
331.
Okay, so connecting.
That's right, conducting. Okay, do, some E's right there. Or if you're an octave higher, do, E. Okay, conducting I said, we'll start on beat 3. Here we go, how about a tempo of 1, 2. Mi, mi, re, do, 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 re, mi, mi, sol, mi, mi, re, mi, re, do. Not too difficult, I hope. Certainly not the most difficult melody we've ever been assigned this semester. How about we, let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How about we sing through it one more time all together, and then we'll break up into 2 groups of 3 each. Okay? One more time through. Mi, 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 mi. 1, 2. Mi, mi, re, do, 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 re, mi, sol, mi, mi, re, mi, do. Okay, just as I was watching, Lauren, be careful. I know you don't have a lot of room there, but 3 pattern is going out this way rather than this way. So down and then out to the right and then up. You don't want to confuse it going left because that's for the 4 pattern. All right, let's, how about I'll sing with these 2 fine students over here, and then you 3, you can be group 2. And this is how we're going to do it. It's not marked, but when we get to the pickup to measure 1, 2, the pickup to measure 3, in other words, we're going to be the leaders, and we're going to be singing do, do, re, mi, mi. When we get to that pickup to measure 3, I want you guys to start at the very beginning. Okay? So we're going to be at a delay of like 2 measures. So we're going to sing mi, mi, re, do, do, and then you're going to come in at the very beginning and do the same thing. Mi, mi, re, do, do. And I think that interval should work out pretty nicely as a little run. Let me check the pitch. Okay, you 2 singing with me, we're going to be the leaders, and just sing it through as written. I'll try to give you guys a cue when you come in. Okay, here we go. 1, 2. Mi, re, do, 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 re, mi, mi, sol, mi, mi, re, do. Yes. Hey, good job. Nice. Can we do that one more time? And let's have, I know it's marked piano, but could we have your group, could we have you sing a little stronger, a little louder? Okay. One more time through, and we'll shift gears. Same thing from the beginning. 1, 2. Mi, mi, re, do, 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 re, mi, mi, sol, mi, mi, re, do. Yeah. Very good. Okay, we'll move off of this book. And what we'll do next is we'll probably do the interval quiz. We'll get that out of the way, and then we can go to something else. So I have a sheet here for you. You don't need anything except for a pencil. And I'll give you the sheet. It shouldn't take us very long to go through this. Make sure I get the right stuff here. Now, please bear in mind that for the final exam, I cannot give you multiple choice or hints like this, okay? But I just want to take this step, going from just learning all the intervals to a quiz with some hints, and then the final step is to go to the final exam without getting help at all. Okay, so number one, you can see that this interval is dissonant, so that it's either a minor or major second, a tritone, or a minor or major seventh. And number one sounds like this. Number two, as you can see, is a consonant interval. So just choose from the consonant intervals I have listed there. Number two sounds like this. Number three is dissonant. Sounds like this. Number four, consonant. Number five is dissonant. Number six is also dissonant. Number 7 is dissonant. Number 8 is consonant. Number 9 is dissonant. Finally, number 10. This is the one interval that is sometimes consonant and sometimes dissonant. Can I go around and pick these up? Sir? Very good. I'll see how those turn out. Let's move along then. The next thing I'd like to do is I'd like to go through one rhythmic dictation this morning. So in your ear training books, if you could open up to page 61. Page 61. I'd like to work on number 5, at the bottom of page 61. And I'm going to put the measures up on the board here. You all have page 61. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the first system. Or measures in the second system. are you given at the beginning?
Nothing.
Nothing. Well, we gotta fix that. How about I give you the first 2 beats of measure 1 in triple meter? And so there's the first 2 beats. 1 and then beat 2. So you'll need to fill in beat 3, and then the rest of it from that point on. Now, please note that this is not 3/4, okay? So it's one of these less common meters I sometimes frequently talk about. We are in 3/8, so we should know, and we should be thinking that the 8th note gets the beat. The 8th note is the beat. We have divisions of the beat now in our rhythms this unit, okay? So that means we could hear either 1 note per beat, or we could hear 2 notes per beat. If you hear 2 notes per beat, then it's going to be something like this. And I would count this as 2 and, right? 1, 2, and then whatever the rest of it is. So again, if you do better by setting up some beats or some markings above or below the staff, now's a good time to do that so that you can make some quick notations, capture the rhythmic information that you need to, and then put it in the staff as rhythmic notation towards the end. I have in my notes that I want to play this for you 4 times. But if you press me, I could be persuaded, since it's not a test, I could be persuaded to play it 5 times if you need an extra hearing. Okay, as you know, I play a melody with this. You don't need to worry about the melody. Just pay attention to the rhythm. We got beats, we have divisions of the beat, and of course we can have notes that last longer than the beat. Okay. So, with that said, let me go to the piano. Get you started on this rhythmic dictation. Okay, so this will be the first hearing. How about a tempo of 1 and 2 and 3? 2, 3. Is anyone stuck? Let me know if you're stuck somewhere. I know I'm gonna play this again yet, but. Are we making steady progress? Oh, did you have a question or stuck?
You're stuck.
Okay.
So on the second measure, you either lose count when you're playing, or is it just the one note, or is it on 3 and?
The second measure is just one note that lasts through the whole bar. That's right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm making steady progress. I sometimes wonder, I'm curious, and I guess you don't have to answer out loud, but if you're doing your best today, working on this, what would you say your best is? Are you functioning at 100% today, or do you feel like you're functioning at 50%? Are you functioning at like 82%, 37%? How do you feel today? What would you say you're functioning at? I'm just curious. Does anyone want to share? 45%. Wow.
I'm tired.
Yeah, no, I understand that. Okay. All right, well, Tyler's going to be working at his best 45% level. And we're going to listen to this again, and then I'll see if you want to hear it one more time after that, but this will be the 4th hearing. Okay, here is the tempo again. 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, because this is not a test, would anyone like to hear it again? No, you feel pretty confident. Okay, after 4 hearings. That's totally fine. So I know the first measure went 1, 2, and 3, 1. Okay, so that's the first 2 bars. And the next 2 bars, I'm going to try to keep the stems in the same direction. 1 and 2, 3, 1. And I believe that's what you should have. Where am I here? Yep. Okay. Using that, kind of the last beat of that measure as a pickup. 3 and 1 and 2. Okay, how'd we do? I would say this is an appropriate level for a rhythm dictation that would be on the final exam. It's about 8 measures long. I don't think, well, I mean, I've maybe done rhythms or melodies that are 9 or 10 measures long, but they don't really get much longer than this. And I don't think I want to put something that's as short as maybe 3 or 4 measures on the final exam, so I think this is about right. This is about the level. Does anyone have any questions or comments about this? Very well. Then we have about 6 minutes. I photocopied something that I have in my my notes for this class. I'm going to distribute this handout, and I just want to see how we do singing this one. I think we have enough people that we can do this together. So. This is just for funsies. So if you take a look at this handout, I do want you to know that for this 5-measure example, we're in the key of G major. G major, and so I'll go to the piano and we'll sing a G major scale so we can get oriented in that key. See if I can turn this document camera back on. So we can take a look at it from here too if you want. But what I would like us to do is I would like us to each pick a line within our vocal range. Maybe my TV turned on. That's probably what happened. Pick a line that's in our vocal range and just sing it. And it's very smooth. It's very stepwise. In fact, sometimes the notes don't move at all. Excuse me, what I've done is I have placed all of the solfege syllables down below the example for each of the lines. Soprano, alto, tenor, bass. And let me increase the size of this. Whoa, that's a little too big. It's a little better. Maybe we'll leave it right there. So you can use the sheet in front of you or you can look up here. Yeah, so let's do a G major scale. And then we'll work on this. All right, let's do the scale first. Here we go. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, mi, sol, mi, do. Okay, so we're going to do it this way. Tyler, let me ask you, do you want to do bass line or tenor line?
Bass.
You'll do bass, okay? Then I'll be doing the tenor. I need 2 ladies to volunteer for the alto line. Okay, 1, 2. And then will you 2 ladies sing the soprano line? Okay. Sing it on the right solfege syllable. I don't mind that we're singing different solfege syllables. So there's the bass note. Alto, there's your pitch. And soprano, there's your pitch. And I won't conduct this, but I'll at least motion my arm to tell you when to go to the next measure. Okay, ready? Let's try the first chord. And ready? Sing. Okay, I think we can do this a teeny bit better. By the way, you know the chord in the second measure is a second inversion trig. Second inversion trig. Everyone got your pitch? Let's try it one more time. Okay, starting from the beginning, here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people. All right, thank you very much, guys. I think that's all for today. We'll stop here.
Question.
Yes.
For the